Rein it back in. Rein it back in. Anyone here GA fan?
Yeah!
Yeah, anyone here GA fan from Galway?
Woo!
I'm a Kildare man, so this is no longer a 10-minute set. This is a 1998 All-Ireland final revenge. No, I was at a festival a few weeks ago. I like going to music festivals, I like going to concerts. It was my first time camping at a festival in about 9 or 10 years. And a lot's changed since I last camped at a festival. The last festival I camped at was Oxygen. Before it went to shit, like, so that's a long time ago. But yeah, lots changed. Like, this year when I was packing, I was kind of taking cans out of my bag and putting in extra socks and stuff. I got the lanyard with the timetable, and instead of seeing how much of each band I could see, I was figuring out where I could take a nap to make it through the weekend. But the thing that really kind of struck home for me was, and I was worried that maybe my friends thought I was a bit of a killjoy, but there was something that kind of struck home for me. It made me feel a little bit better. When I went to auction for the very first time, this back in 2008, me and my friends from Maynooth, where I'm from, camped, just randomly picked a spot and ended up beside this group of people from Belfast. And the next year, we all became friends with them. The next year, we all went together. And then as time went on, we all drifted apart and lost contact with each other. And no word of a lie, about 2:30, 3 o'clock on the Sunday morning of the festival I was just at, I ran into a gang of these people from Belfast. We hadn't spoken to each other in years, but ran into them. And you'd think the first thing you'd be asking was like, oh my God, how are you? What's new? What's changed in your life? The first thing we all asked each other was, can we find somewhere to sit down because my legs are killing me? Oh God, it hurts. But yeah, so that was nice. Bit of a weird world we live in. Do we have any Americans here? What about America? Okay. Georgia. Did you vote for Trump?
Fuck no.
No, I know I'm going to lose some people here. I like Trump. I like that confidence. You know, if Trump was a comedian, he wouldn't have any jokes. He'd just do 10 minutes standing here telling you how he's the funniest guy in the room. You all know it. But say what you will about Donald Trump, but since he's built that wall, I've not seen one Mexican sneak into Ireland. So, you know, pretty good stuff. But yeah, we've got Brexit then on the other side, which is, I don't know what's going on there. I'm not even going to pretend I know and try to make a joke out of it. I just feel like Brexit's a good analogy for an unexpected pregnancy. Two people go into it, then one pulls out thinking that they'll be okay, and then 9 months later you've got all this shit on your hands and you don't. Yeah, I could have done old stuff, but I'm trying out new stuff here. Yeah, so, to be honest, I don't love Trump, but I do love America. It's one of my favourite countries to visit. I have a lot of great friends from America. And one of the things I love about America is the grid system. You guys nailed it with that. Because I have a terrible sense of direction, so like once I get into a city and I know which way the avenues are descending, it's so easy to make your way around. And like, if you ask an American person for directions, they're so helpful and they're so eager to help you and tell you where to go. Whereas an Irish person is the complete opposite. If you ask an Irish person like, oh, how do I get to, the old 55? They'll be like, well, why would you want to go there? Like, my mate works in a bar. If you just go past it, my mate works in a bar, it's much nicer. Tell them Sean sent you. Like, you're going to walk in and be like, oh, Sean sent me. And they're like, oh, come in. But, I need, the reason I like the grid system is I need structure in my life. I'm not good without structure. Which is worrying. Because I would be very easily convinced to join a cult if they told me what to do from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Like they would be like, we will map out all of your days for the rest of your life in 30-minute blocks. All you have to do is murder a few people, and I'd be like, I mean, it's a fair trade. I'm in on it. But I do listen to a lot of those crime podcasts and like true crime stuff, Netflix documentaries. Anybody watch those? Listen to those? Yeah, they're really, really addictive. But I've been watching one recently called The Confession Tapes. Has anyone seen this? Yeah, so it's all about people who get like coerced into false confessions and stuff like that. And it's got me really paranoid that I'm going to be coerced into a false confession. But like beyond reasonable expectations. Like I'll be driving to work in the morning and they'll be like, yeah, there was a murder in Galway last night at 10:30, and I live in Kildare, and I'll be like, what was I doing at 10:30 last night? Is there anyone who can validate this? Oh no, there's not. I'm screwed. But trying to think what else.
I have a girlfriend now, which is cool. I don't know if anyone here has a girlfriend. It's pretty awesome. But that's not a joke. I just want you to know I'm joking. No, so my girlfriend's not Irish, and she does this thing. Any Irish girl I've dated has never done this, so it might be a Brazilian thing. I'm not 100% sure. But she does this thing, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing this correctly. She compliments me. Is that the word? Yeah, she compliments me. I don't get it at all. But we went travelling recently to meet her family. She'd met them before, obviously. I hadn't. But if you're like me, if you get nervous about meeting your partner's family and stuff like that, do what I did. Find yourself a partner whose family doesn't speak the same language as you. It's very difficult to put a foot wrong when you don't speak, because I just sat there for 2 weeks. You're like, But one of the days we were there, she went off to the hairdresser. She was getting her hair done, and I went down to the kitchen and we were having breakfast, and I was trying to show off a bit of my Portuguese, and her mother was asking me, what do you like to eat? And they have this food in Brazil, and it's like little dough balls filled with cheese, and then they're toasted, and they're so good. And they're called pão de queijo, which literally means cheesy bread. Now, pão de queijo means cheesy bread. What I said was pão de queijo. So she asked me what do I like to eat, and I said, eu como pão de queijo. And her family started laughing at me, and I was like, I don't know why they're laughing, but they knew what I wanted, and they would do. So she comes back in here, and she's like, hey, what's that? I was like, yeah, well, I asked them for like the cheesy bread, and they laughed at me, and she's like, what'd you say? And I repeated back to her. Turns out I didn't say I like cheesy bread. Turns out I said I like cheesy dicks. Very, very, very slight difference. But no, before I met my girlfriend, I was single for a long time. And if anyone's single out there and you were like me, it's good to know. It's good to remember that you're single by choice. You know, it's always good to remember you're single by choice. It wasn't my choice. But a lot of women's choices. Hashtag women's right to choose. Whoever came up with that, thank you very much. But I'll leave you with this one little thing. Stevie Wonder played here a few weeks ago. I don't know if anyone went to see him. I love Stevie Wonder. I think he's great. Really, really wanted to go see him. But I went online when the tickets went on sale. The cheapest ticket, God's honest truth, the cheapest ticket available at the very back of the Three Arena was €100, which is crazy money. And he must be making crazy profits on it, but he's not going to see a single cent of it. Thank you very much. That's my time.